Intellectual stew. Intellectual stew with James Kirkland.
Powerful and provocative, prophetic and practical,
Intellectual stew.
informative and inspirational. How you gonna do better if you don't know what better looks like? I do.
Intellectual stew.
Come on, let's talk about it with me, the mind massager.
Intellectual stew with James.
Here we go. Let me make sure I am transmitting. Is my sound working? Yep. Got the little green bar. What's up? What y'all doing? What it do? Time for another episode of The Intellectual Stew with yours truly, James Kirkland. And we're having Monday Night Live on a Tuesday. I know that's a little strange, but hey, last night Georgia, University of Georgia, was putting a shellacking on Texas Christian University. So I wanted to make sure, since I have a child that goes to school at the University of Georgia, I wanted to make sure that I represented. So we took that night off. And man, I really could have went ahead and had the show. We're gonna win 65-7. Man, that was crazy. I could have watched the show, could have went ahead and went with the show at halftime. That was just some bull, man. So Georgia beat down on Texas, and that's a good thing. Georgia beat the brakes off Texas. I know this guy don't want to hear that, but Georgia beat the brakes off of Texas. I mean, back pow, uppercut, body blow. I mean, headshot. I mean, all that kind of stuff. They just beat the brakes off Texas, right? Yeah, okay, you know that. So let me bring Mark. Got Mark. What's up, Mark?
All right, so James, first of all, can you finish the whole title is Texas Christian University, not Texas. All right. Yeah. So they beat Texas Christian.
2 years. We'll get them in 2 years when they come in the SEC. In the SEC next year when they come in, because we'll get them. We'll get them. That's no problem. But we got Mark on the line with us tonight, and we also have Ash G. What's up, Ashley?
Hey, y'all.
You doing all right?
I am for a Tuesday.
For a Tuesday.
Yep.
You still haven't you hadn't put a full APB out on your voice yet? You haven't gotten that back completely?
She trying to come back.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, we got that. So all right, so we got Ashley and we have Mark with us. And we'll see if I know Coy is still dealing with sickness. I think little Lovely has still been kind of under the weather. So we're gonna hopefully I know she went to the doctor earlier today, so hopefully she'll be on tonight. And if not, we will move on with our own conversation. So, Mark, so it was Texas Christian, so it don't really count.
Yeah, it don't really. I mean, it don't really count. In the state of Texas, we're like, hey, we surprised they made it, you know. But they kind of show you, you know, the depth that we have in, you know, in the state of Texas. They seeing top talent everywhere. It happens like that sometimes.
I feel you. I got you. Well, they Texas beat what Baylor. I mean, Texas Christian beat Baylor. They beat every other school.
They did their thing. I mean, they beat Michigan. I mean, my thing is, I'm a guru with football. I love it. But the thing is, the frustrating part is their scheme didn't fit Georgia's scheme, and then when it was time for them to adjust, they didn't make any halftime adjustments. So that's just coaching one-on-one. And honestly, if you don't adjust against Georgia, you don't have a chance.
Yeah. Well, that's basically what happened because they got overwhelmed and They ran into some grown men, and hey, the rest is history. So Georgia got back to back, and they said they're gonna go back to back to back. So we're gonna see how that goes. I mean,
Well, they have a schedule. They're playing Westlake High School in their preseason. They're playing South Cobb High School. I mean, when you have we have a soft out of conference schedule, and in your conference, y'all don't play each other. Y'all only play each team every other year. Depends on what year it is. You should go back if your strength of schedule is one of the worst in the nation, and you only play 2 ranked teams that year, but you only fall back and say, "I'll play in the SEC."
yeah.
I mean,
Ain't
if
no
you want to say that, it's cool.
It won't be, but it won't be an asterisk by that, Natty. So we got it. We got it. I'll take it however you
Now, y'all
want.
did. I mean, listen, Georgia was the better team. Georgia, day one, has done everything needed to prove who they were.
Mhm. Yeah,
So
no doubt about that. No doubt about that.
I'm definitely that. I mean, I hope you keep that same energy when my Cowboys make it to the Super Bowl.
Ooh, child.
Keep that same energy.
I did not know you were a cowboy. You just love punishment. You're a glutton for punishment, huh?
Well,
You know
I
y'all going to
couldn't.
Tampa Bay this week, right?
First of all, if y'all from Arkansas, y'all all Cowboy fans down there. So that
That's absolutely not.
I'm a Tom Brady. Yeah, I'm a Tom Brady fan, partner. So
Arkansas, that's where Jerry from. That's where y'all man from.
didn't you see a picture of
Seems
him
like,
with the Klan?
seem like you on the bandwagon. Where you from?
Yeah,
I'm from Texas.
we're
I'm
not.
a
No. Teresa said not. She is not a fan. I'm not, but not a fan. But Ashley says she's. Ask you, what kind of fan? What fan are you?
I like basketball. I don't even really care about football like
Ashley.
that. You can't hear me?
Oh, okay. I hope. Look. Yeah, I can.
You
I
can't
heard
hear me?
you say you don't even care about football like that.
Oh yeah,
I
I'm
hear
a
you
basketball.
fine.
Okay, I was trying to make sure.
Am I breaking up? No, I hear you.
Uh-uh,
I
you
hear
Nah.
you
good.
fine. I hear you fine.
Your
Right,
screen
I saw
frozen?
my Wi-Fi thing coming up. No, I think everybody's good. I think everybody's
Okay,
good.
everybody good.
So listen, we're gonna get into the conversation. Yeah, I think I hear everybody. So listen, conversation tonight. I really had given everybody kind of sections to kind of start the conversation. Mark is gonna handle the sports tonight, and then he's gonna give us a sports scenario that we can talk about. Oh yeah, last week while we were on air, as soon as I got off the air and turned on the television, and I saw that the football game was paused, I was like, I was confused. Like, what's going on this Monday Night Football? Usually when we get off, we can watch the second half or we can watch the final quarter or whatever. But everything had paused because a man had literally died on the field. Because understand this,
Yeah.
and make no mistake about it. Hold on one second. Whenever you have to have CPR, when you have to perform CPR on somebody, that means that individual has heart has stopped beating, has basically coded, is basically dying. So they're trying to revive him. And we got off last week. That was amazing. Mark, what were you going to say? Go ahead. I didn't want to cut you off like that, but go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was like, I know I'm just saying it was a freak accident. Since that, numerous doctors come on and talk about the nature of the impact of the injury. That's and it happens more in sports like that have what is that? They have projectiles like baseball. It happens when you karate, hockey, things of that nature. Because the thing is, the heart has to be just at the right timing when it hits at that impact. At the point when it hits in the shock and it stops beating, right? And that doesn't happen too much in football, but it's not. That is a freak of nature injury. But football gets a bad rep for the brutality of the sport. But talking with various doctors and within my circle, and also we talk about ER doctors who see so much trauma. 3 of them work at Grady. I mean, like I said, thank God for the medical staff that was on site, because that would happen anywhere else. We would have been at his funeral. But the biggest topics is when you talk about
and I was Is that my internet or is that Mark's internet breaking up?
Is it mine?
Hello?
I don't hear it. I mean,
I
he's
don't know if
saying
it's mine or yours. And somebody's phone is on. Okay, it might be mine. Somebody's phone in the background. I can hear their phone talk, like we got a little echo somewhere.
that
too.
may be me.
But
I'm over here. Sorry.
Yeah. Turn the volume down, please, ma'am. Okay.
It ain't even loud. That's
but yeah,
you got these supersonic ears, I guess.
no, but it just.
He got them daddy ears. He got them daddy ears. The man can hear anything. Daddy ears.
Well, hey, I've been getting ear jokes since I was 4 or 5 years old. I joke on myself nowadays, so it make it easy when people try to joke about mine. I promise. But listen, I take a post. I'm thinking come up. It's interesting that you say what you said, Mark, about the ER. Good thing that the ER. And she said that they experience cardiac arrest all the time in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? It's always when the somebody's heart stops beating, and they're always experiencing cardiac arrest. But it's usually somebody that has some health deficiencies, or somebody that's that might be overweight, or some other things, some other challenges going on as well. But she said to see this chiseled young man, that's at the top of his game as far as athletics and athleticism, that's in good shape, take a hit at that one time and literally go out on that. I don't even want to say die, but go out on national TV. And when people have to literally work for 10 minutes, I think they said they worked on him for 10 minutes to revive him, to bring him back, and then had to work on him again in the ambulance and all that kind of stuff. That's amazing. And it makes everybody kind of take a step back and really reevaluate just how precious life is, right? The book of James, when you look in the Bible, the book of James compares life to like a vapor. You know what I'm saying? It's like here in one moment, but then that vapor goes away. And that young, 23-year-old young man, took a hit at the right time, like you said, the right time, at the right place. It shocked his body, and all of a sudden he stood up and fell back down. And the camaraderie to see how that affected all of those, strong barbarians, man, these gladiators on the field, that are used to hitting each other. And they mean, who was it? Stephen A. Smith. And I'm not a fan of Stephen, but Stephen said some stuff today. He was talking about how Skip Bayless saw Jack Tatum, how they would hit each other back in the day, and they would knock each other out, break each other's legs, spinal injuries. Shannon Sharp saw his brother, break his neck on the field, all these things. But nobody had ever seen anybody actually die on the field, or actually go out like that. And man, that was that was amazing. What's up, Dawood? What's up, Melinda? What's up, Teresa? So let's go ahead and get into this conversation tonight. We'll do the news first. Mark, let's start with you tonight. Let's go ahead and what sports aspect were you gonna bring up and for us to talk about tonight, Mark? What we do is it's gonna be like the news. Go ahead. I'm sorry. It's gonna be like the news. Mark is gonna give us the sports.
Listen, I ain't giving y'all no nice joke. No, we already talked about the national championship, but we can go down the list. We can talk about the playoffs, seeing who's everybody's favorite team and who's favored to win. Right now, if y'all looking at it, the favorite to win the Super Bowl, or to put the Super Bowl appearance, is going to be Philly and Buffalo, are favored to be the two representatives in the playoffs. I don't think so. If you look at the dynamics of the game, you look at the hot streaks, you look at injuries. I'm here to say, I'm putting it out there right now that, listen, this is not being showing favoritism, but I'm saying it's being Buffalo and Dallas in the playoffs. If you want to contend with that, I'm definitely take offline bets.
It's gonna be favoritism.
Well,
you said he pro Mark, go out and come back in.
What you say?
I said when you preferencing by saying that there's no favoritism, then we know that there's some getting ready to come out of your mouth. But go ahead, Brother Mark.
Yeah. Okay.
There's no favoritism. I'm just someone who. Am I back now?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay. And I had a question. I know I've been all over the. I follow sports all the time. My question is, if y'all notice trends, and you know some things are topics to discuss, do y'all notice like a lot of issues that people have talking about pay and athletes, but no one ever talks about sports that are predominantly non-black when he talks about pay. No one ever talks about players making too much money when the soccer. What's his name? Was it Messi? James, is Messi getting paid 2 years for $300 million?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But when people see that contract, they never have a word to say about soccer contracts, which are some of the biggest contracts. They never have a word to say about baseball contracts, that are being some of the biggest contracts out. But minority, sports with minority, basketball, football, they complain majority of the time about these contracts, the how much they make. Which when we talk about contracts, and this goes into your Hamlin, who got hurt. Does anybody understand the stipulations that this man is facing after being only playing for about 2 years? That he's not vested, takes 3 years and 3 games to be vested. So one of the biggest topics right now is that the likelihood after he gets treatment or whatever he has work out, this man won't receive the proper care and financial support that's going to be needed. During the new collective bargaining agreement, the NFL went from their short-term disability being $22,000 a month to down to about around $4,000 a month.
$1,000 a month.
Yeah. So the thing is, we need to start talking about sports and protecting one of the most brutal sports. There should be more guaranteed contracts. And now there is an update. Then this unique situation, his first contract, they're going to honor his first contract, which was probably the lower tier, probably about $800,000. I think his total contract is. Y'all can fact check me on that. But for the vast majority, over 70% of NFL players don't run to be invested. So there's a bigger issue that we see in some of these brutal sports. When we talk about, we see the fame, but the famine part of it is not discussed as much. So I just want to understand, like I know a lot of people, especially with the NIL deals that are coming out with high school kids, a lot more families are pushing their kids to play football because the monetary value that's shown in it now. But I just wonder, I want to hear from the people, do they agree that the sport is too brutal? Do they feel, is it too brutal, or do they feel like the players are not as protected when it comes to football versus any other sports?
You're asking this of the audience, right?
You just come in, I mean, James, but I want to hear the audience also.
Y'all go ahead. I'm looking up the salary, because what I'm reading right here says there's in his contract a split clause that would cut his salary nearly in half from $825 to $455. If he was placed on injured reserve, the difference would mean a pay cut of about $20,555 a week. But it says that he's going to receive full pay after bills. NFLPA rework the contract stipulation. So this year, after his salary, he's going to actually receive his full salary. But like you said, it's a special stipulation. So, but no, that you got a point, man. You got a major point. What I want to know also, and I've never done the research. We talk about the massive contracts of the people like in soccer and all those other sports. But what do the lower tier players make? I mean, I wonder what like the base salary is in soccer. You know what I'm saying? I know base salary. Go ahead.
No, I mean,
hold on, because you asked a question, and there are people that answered your question inside the comments, inside the chat.
Read them then, sweetie. Read them. I'm looking up the salary.
So Melinda says that she said that's. We still should have additional coverage. She said, my job offers disability options, but I also invest in additional coverage. Depend on you to take care of you. And then Teresa also said not protected. So Mark, is there an option for them to take out any additional coverages as it relates to that when they're, because I feel like they should have hazard pay shit like this. you know, when you go out there, you dang, it's almost like it's kind of like a life or death situation. Because as you're saying, and as we're talking about, this young man literally was out of there.
I
And
mean, you definitely could do,
go ahead.
you definitely do things to protect yourself. I mean, you gotta remember NFL players are kind of like their own business. So
Mm-hmm.
they can purchase any additional insurance on top of what's provided by the league.
Mm-hmm.
That I mean that's you doing your due diligence, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also, the thing is the contract work. There are certain ways you can word your contract if you have a good agent, a lawyer. The different things you can work into your contract that can impact the outcome in certain situations.
And you mentioned something that was very important as far as making sure that people have the right verbiage in their contracts, depending upon the person, um, the people that they are around, and most of the time, minorities are the people that suffer when it comes to certain stuff like this. When you don't already have um, a reserve of money to even be able to reach out to the right attorney. You know, we always look at the high dollar and we don't think about any of the other stuff. You know, money makes the world go round sometimes for people. And so when we see that high number, we're not thinking about, oh, does this clause in here protect me from this, and that? And so we
Mhm.
oftentimes see people signing these contracts because they see a large number. So I don't think anybody, if you don't, just like you said, having those lawyers, those attorneys, and the right agents, if you don't have enough money to even hire somebody that's in the best interest of you, which everybody gonna be looking out for themselves, but at some point, the best interest of you, then you'll find yourself it's up a creek.
Yeah, true. I mean, you got to look at it. Not every NFL player is making the millions and millions of dollars, right?
I absolutely agree.
And so, but a lot of these guys, they're banking on their second contract to start making that type of money. But you gotta look at the salary range they're falling into, right? I think the James, since you're looking stuff up, I don't know if you can quote me. I think the NFL minimum is close to 600,000 right now, 500, 600,000 NFL
Uh,
minimum.
I'm pulling it up right now. It is 610, I think.
Right.
705. It might have went up to 705. Look like 610, 660, and rising to 705 this year. Okay, I didn't know it was that high. I didn't realize it. But that's after you've been in what for 4 or 5 years. That's your minimum salary.
No, that's the NFL minimum if you're a rookie right
Okay.
now.
Okay.
And the thing is, what we're not understanding about a cost, and I know that's a lot of money, but you also you throw in the taxes, you throw in the cost
Agent
of
fees.
their agent fees, their CPAs. You know they pay their own insurance on top of it. Then you gotta know on top of that what they're paying to take care of mama and everything else, because most of these guys are coming from you know adverse situations. Now we are starting to run into second and third generation players, but for the most part, these are first generation. So we gotta understand the financial toll these guys are taking on and what they can afford at the end of the day. It's not as much as we think. Each state a player plays in, he pays the taxes in that state. So if they go play in California, they gotta pay California taxes. If they play in New York, they gotta pay New York taxes. So what comes in at the end of the day is not what we think.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Not
Gotcha.
making an
Teresa,
excuse for it.
she has additional insurance on her grandson at 7, and he rides mini bulls. So
And
Mini
and
bulls, real bulls.
mini bulls.
I'm asking Teresa, real bull, real. How is this? I ain't even know.
is
Mark, you
this
from
a
Texas?
midget bull?
I
Is
ain't
this
from
a
Texas.
midget bull?
A
Defective?
midget bull. Boy,
I
you
never
said
know.
midget bull.
I
Mark, you
never
from
heard
Texas,
it.
so y'all have spreads. Y'all
Bro,
have
we
3 to
doing a video.
5,000
I ain't seen a
acres.
midget bull, bro.
Huh? What is
These
it?
must be bulls from Durham.
I'm going to Google that.
They
Mini
got
bulls.
bulls
I ain't
down
never.
where you from. Don't try to act like you ain't never seen no bulls.
Everything is big in Texas. I ain't never seen no
Yeah.
little bull.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep my comment to myself because I was really coming back for something with that. Everything is big in Texas. You, if you say so.
Mark, I'm looking at mini bulls. Wow. I never
Teresa
knew that.
said check her Facebook. She got some on there.
I'm looking at it. I just Googled him. I never heard of Mini Bills. So how old is you said your grandson's 7 and he decided he wanted to be a Cowboys. Y'all put him on Mini Bulls now. Wow. You better doggone get some extra insurance, especially if he ain't getting paid from like at least NFL players, they are getting paid while they're playing. But like they said, if they get on injured reserve, their salaries are cut in half. So that's crazy. That's real crazy. So Mark, you brought up another. Go ahead.
No, so the thing is, it's like when we see people who are business savvy in sports, and they are the types of individuals who protect their careers and stuff like that. They're often the most ridiculed players because they understand the nature of the game that they're playing and how to protect themselves and create longevity. Are y'all just like the NBA, right? You know what's they call load management?
Yeah.
You see, y'all laughing, but these guys are playing longer because of that too, because they understand the wear and tear on their bodies, and they understand the longevity of the game. They can't do that in football too much, but I'm saying when people become financially savvy, understand how to protect themselves, people ridicule them to death. Like, I mean, look at LeBron James. To this day, this man about to break the scoring record, and still is ridiculed about how he takes load management and his performance at 38 years old is stellar because of that. But these are kids, these are individuals who are starting to get smarter about the game. And when we see that stuff, we're the main ones that ridicule them when they start making smarter steps to take care of themselves. So you can't have both of them.
I get you. It makes sense. It makes sense, and they definitely are. I don't know. I've always had a problem with that concept. That they put these big giant men out there on display. For the whole world to see it. Man, I wrote about that a long time ago, and they're somewhat spectacles. And then when they take a stand, I heard somebody say the other day, Colin Kaepernick was ostracized for taking a knee. But last week, the whole NFL was praying. You know what I'm saying? So that, so it's crazy how standards change based on the content of the situation. So you're talking about the NIL. Explain some more of that NIL, because I ain't gonna lie, I'm glad these kids getting paid now, and I mean I'm glad they're able to, because it was a time where some kids that were so parents didn't have money to bring them home for Thanksgiving, didn't have money to bring them home for Christmas. They stuck in the dorms on the holidays, and if somebody slip them $100 bill so they can get it, they can get a phone card. Then then the school is in violation. It might end up on probation because of it. But now, because of the NIL deal, I think it's it's kind of leveling. It's not well. It's definitely giving them a chance to do something, make some money to at least get through school. So I'm personally, I'm glad they're doing that now.
I can get your point, and I definitely on the field it looks good, but it's definitely tearing some families up. I have a few guys that are D1 coaches, and the dad wants the money now. The mom, the brother, and they want to end on a deal, And the thing is, it's good in a way, but the purity of the sport, I feel like, is being ruined in some aspects. The players should be paid. I feel like it should be paid one salary per team. But when your quarterback is getting $5 million deals, and the receiver he's throwing to, who's making all the plays, doesn't have a deal at all, I got an issue with that.
And that's how they're doing it?
Yeah, it's not everybody. Now, some teams are loving out where each player is getting about $50,000 a piece, but not every program is making that type of money. Alabama pockets, Georgia pockets are different than Georgia State's pockets.
Yeah. But what kind of school is it where a quarterback, is that a real number, the quarterback getting $5 million?
Yeah, the quarterback that came to Texas this year, that was Ohio State, he had $5 million.
Oh my gosh.
Let me tell you right now, there's a player out of Carrollton, Georgia. They're projecting he's a freshman this year. I think he led them to the state state championship.
Yeah.
But they're talking about this guy, and by the time he come out, that could double.
10 million in college.
10 million.
In college. Wow. Like I said,
Listen,
that's crazy. That's crazy. Your point is where I think everybody should I would hope everybody would get at least something. So there are players on teams that don't get anything.
yeah, some programs, yeah,
Okay.
they're playing for the love of the game still.
That's crazy.
You
That's
understand?
crazy
The
though.
people who have the money are still your Power Five conferences, which is the Pac-12, Big 12, SEC, ACC, and who's the other one? Big 12, Pac-12. Who's that? Who's that? Oh, Big 10.
Pac-12, Big 10, yeah, Big 10. Big
Yeah,
10.
and the Big 10. Those are your money makers. And the Big 10 and the SEC are ahead their money because of the TV contracts.
Okay. I got you.
What you say, Corey? They pimp these boys for so long. They have. They definitely have. I mean, this is only fair because the NILs are coming from the sponsors. It's not coming from the school. Anything like this coming from some of the sponsorships they have, but it's still only a fraction of what these teams are making off of these deals. The TV contracts are enormous.
Yeah.
And this is only a fraction. And that's why when people look at contracts, no matter what contract you look at, somebody's still signing that check. So you got to wonder how much the person is who signed the check.
Yes, that's those are astronomical numbers when you start looking into those type of numbers. But let's transition. I told Ashley that she was gonna handle the news today. So Ashley, what kind of news were you gonna? Mark dealt with the sports, so we talked about some salaries and DeMar Hamlin and Mark spoke some bull stuff about Cowboys possibly making it to the Super Bowl or something like that. I don't know, whatever. But and those in the chat, who do you think is going to be? Mark said Buffalo and the Cowboys. He said that he thinks the odds-on favorites are Buffalo and Philadelphia. Personally, I don't care, because Tom Brady his team is sucking this year. They're gonna beat the Cowboys Saturday.
Whoa, James, that's a funny thing you're saying about Tom Brady. And I know this is kind of on topic, off topic. Y'all know ever since they released his troubles at home publicly, his play has went down dramatically.
Oh yeah.
On top of that, it's crazy when we watch these people on TV as though they're not real people. We're watching his wife and him and his wife go through troubles. Did you see the article today with the FTX with the what you call it? What is that? The currency, the cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
You see how much he's losing in that?
Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
No, I ain't see that.
Oh, it's millions, man. It's millions he's losing in that because he invested a lot in the cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
It says Tom Brady and Gisele, the FTX stake will probably be wiped out, whatever that amount is. He owns 1.1 million shares of FTX, which is worth about $45 million. Oh my gosh, yeah, that would probably bother me too. That would probably bother me too. Oh wow, wow. Corey's coming in. Corey, what's up? You there?
I'm here, guys. Hi, everybody.
All right.
Hello.
How you doing? How are you doing? Oh, so let's see. Teresa said 49ers might make it. Melinda, who is your team? Oh, Cowboy. That's right. Corey said Buffalo marketing. That would be a great story. Okay. Who else? What do y'all think? Who else gonna make it to the Super Bowl? I do believe Tampa Bay is gonna beat Dallas, but we'll see. Dallas is 1-4 on grass, they said this year. So they got to go back to Tampa Bay and play again on grass. So for whatever reason, they've had trouble playing on grass this year. So we're going to see. I ain't betting no money, Mark. So we're not taking offline bets. Mark said he's taking all offline bets. I don't care enough to bet. So we're not going to do that one. All right, come on, Ashley. Let's change the subject. Ashley, you giving us the story on. Tell us the story.
On my social media today about the controversial lawsuit that Dwayne Wade's ex-wife has filed. And it basically, well, first off, let me say this, and I said this on my oh, you got it up there. So I first said on my post that this has nothing to do with the son's preference, whether he want to be a boy, girl, whatever. I don't really care about that. What my issue was is, do I put, do you feel that the non-custodial parent has a say in the child's life? And I was really surprised at, and I guess I wasn't, but I was, at the amount of people that said that they didn't have a say. Now, a lot of that was women that commented on my post that said that they didn't think that that the other person or the non-custodial parent had a say. And most times this situation is tricky because Dwayne Wade is the custodial parent over, is it Zen? I don't know the baby's name. But most of the time the custodial parent is a woman. And in most cases, the father is trying to have some type of say. So before I go any further, the people that are on the live here now, do you all feel that as a non-custodial parent that you should still be able to have a say in your child's life?
Okay, that's a good question. As a not, so I can stop sharing this now.
Yes. And what I mean by non-custodial parent is, for those that don't know, you and your spouse or mate or whomever are no longer together. And let's just say that you are equally as responsible for your child. They just don't live with you. Non-custodial parent. Do you feel like you should have a say in your child's life? Outside of providing money and picking them up, and they occasionally yeah, hush.
I mean, a million times.
I'm going through now, so you don't want to hear my part.
A million times, straight out of Arkansas. As a non-custodial, as a non-custodial parent, should you have equal say in your child's life? That's the question. So, and y'all, and she just set the story up again. Yeah, non-custodial means that they live. The custodial parent is the one that the child lives with, right, Ashley?
Yes,
that's
all
correct.
right. So yeah, so a person that custodial parent is the one that, so the one that you don't live with, does you do that? Should that parent have equal rights? That's a good question. That's a good question, because here the young, hell, I don't know what to say.
I mean, I think the parents should have equal rights because they equally made the child. It doesn't matter if they're staying with you or not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you're damn right. You got the equal pay, equal pay, equal say. At the end of the day, if you even look at the non-custodial parent, if they're paying
take the money
child
away.
Huh?
Take the money away.
You can't take the money away. It's taking out my check every month, every week. So I don't know what you're talking about. Because
equal pay is not just. Let me say this, just
there's
because
no equal pay. Most of the time, the people who are paying, if you pay a significant amount of child support, most of the time the custodial parent is not even paying that money for the own kid.
It doesn't matter if you female.
That is so true, though. Not to interrupt you, Ashley, but that is true. 9 times out of 10,
it's her
the
story. She's setting it up.
parent is paying more than it takes to take care of a child that's out of their household. That's true. But I understand what you're saying. Take the money out of the equation.
Yeah.
What is your response?
That the person that's paying child support is paying more than, because if you factor in that monthly payment that a person is getting, there go my again. It doesn't necessarily mean that, because if I'm providing lights, water, gas, and all of the other essentials outside of the monthly payment, because here's the thing, if that monthly payment stops, whomever the custodial parent is, still has to take care of everything that's going on. So I disagree with that. But let's just remove the money, because it's not about the money. It's about the say.
That's a lie. I'm just gonna tell you right there, it's a lie.
Hey, but hold on. You know what? And I think that's very relative. That whole scenario, because you got a lot of people who only pay $200-$300 a month in child support, and I think that's probably who she talking about. Them cats
Okay,
only make
thank you,
That's
James.
gotta be who she talking about.
Yeah, but hold on. But that's common sense. Because the top 10% of income earners in America, you got a whole lot of people. What's the average income? What's the average income in America right now? $49,000 per household. Yeah, $50,000. That person ain't paying $1,000 a month in child support. So what I think what Ashley's saying is these cats who only paying Mark. Now, if you pay child support, that's a different scenario. Somebody can pay mortgages on those child supports. But if I pay child support, they probably can't even get their shoes shined. You know what I'm saying? So the mama is kind of falling with the responsibility of having, and what Ashley's saying is, if you don't pay it, then everything has to be handled regardless. And I know y'all are saying that. I mean, because this is a very relative situation. In that very relative. I think. What you find out, Corey? You looking up something? What you find out?
Also,
Yeah, because
Corey made mention.
Hold on, both of y'all talking at the same time. Hold on,
Corey. Corey made mention that it's hard for men to do. I want to state before we go any further that this is not a fully male conversation. This is not a fully female conversation. I know that most of the time the custodial parent is the woman, but in this particular situation, the custodial parent is the man. So I don't want this to be gender specific. Corey.
And she definitely ain't paying more than he paying.
Because of that, no.
She definitely ain't paying more than he paying. So that ain't got nothing to do, because if she got more money than Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade, she a bad chick. So really money has nothing to do with this situation right here.
True.
So let's leave that part out, because we like to take U-turns every now and then. Let's stay on the GPS.
Sorry,
let's get to the end of it. Go ahead, Corey, sweetie.
I forgot what I was gonna say, but anyway,
you were talking about the average income.
We were talking about the average income, right? Y'all said it's like $53,000 a year. Child support that comes out, how much is that? 15-20%, something like that.
You go from, it depends what state you're in. Because in Georgia, it can be from 20 to 23%.
Okay, so even with the average income, you're looking at an average of child support $650 a month. Yeah. So it ain't no $200 or $300 on average.
But $653 is not a whole lot.
That's
when
you consider more than it takes to take care of a child.
Also, James, you're paying the taxes on that money too. So that's $600
a month is more than what it takes to take care of a child.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, it is.
Let me give you a rundown of.
And I do a lot of things with my child. She's
and
5
so do I.
old.
My child is 16, and right now, as we speak, my child there's a monthly payment for my daughter that I pay $150 for teeth. She has braces. On her face, she wears glasses. She plays sports. She also is 16 who wears adult clothing and adult shoes. And if I'm making payment, if I'm purchasing items, $600 ain't gonna go that far.
Nobody told you how to be
per month, it's not gonna go that far.
Huh?
You saying per month? Are you saying that he need to take care of 100% of it? We're talking about per month.
What I'm saying is, if I took that money, that based upon what you said, if I took $600 and you feel like that's more than enough to take care of a child, what would be after paying? I'm just confused. Like,
well, I'm not, because at the end of the day,
you're
taking that in lieu of what all is put over. Like you said,
but that doesn't occur every month. The over the $600 amount, it doesn't occur every month. So it that's like what, $7,000 a year.
Yeah, I paid that much.
My daughter,
I paid $7,000 a year in baseball. I paid $7,000 a year in baseball fees. I paid $7,000 a year in hidden fees. I mean, if you're talking about $600 a month, Corey,
but I have a 5-year-old. But again, I have a 5-year-old.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, well, shit, hell, a 5-year-old. If you had to pay daycare on a 5-year-old, that's $175 a week. That's $700 a month. I mean, that's
I pay that for her school, but
yeah. I mean,
but even after that, it doesn't take much to take care of.
Look what Ebony said.
It's only $700 a month for private school.
Okay, Ebony brought up a good point. Ebony brought up a good point. Ebony said that's his part, not your part. So if you take the $650 and double it. Now if I'm paying $650 and she's
And
paying
you are
$650,
contributing the same
But
amount.
now
what
we're
the
now
statement
we're at
was-
$1,300.
what the statement was is that was basically you're basically saying if the person that is taking care of all of the other stuff, they're paying more to take care of the child than the person that's at the house. That's what I took as this statement.
Yeah, because you're gonna have your utilities and your mortgage regardless, whether the child is there with you or not.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a given.
Well,
And
let's
the
just do
family
this.
pack ain't that much difference than a single pack. Don't do that.
Let's do this though. Let's just do this. Let's do some simple math. If you take, let's just use 600. Can we use 600? So
Yes.
you take 600 divided by 30. That's $20 a day. The child gonna eat at least $10 a day. So that's 300 of the money right there. I mean, then you got other. I mean, then you. And I know you ain't got to buy clothes every month. I know you have to, but you got to do something every month. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know. I think that's a very. I don't know if it's easy to say that a child is random. Easy to say that a child can easily be taken care of on 600. But let's get back to the subject. Can we get back to the subject?
Yeah.
What?
Get back to it.
Let's get it. We know we have trouble staying on topic. That's fine. We love to prove we love to prove each other wrong. That's good.
So the rights. Do we feel like the non-custodial parent should have a right? Because we know.
And let's make it relative to this situation though.
Yes,
Let's make it relative. Because this young man, if those that don't know, you tell Dwayne Wade's son.
The question is that he is wanting to make a permanent change, and he is not 18 yet.
Permanent change to what? Somebody that
Wait
don't know.
a
Tell the
minute.
whole story.
Right, because
He is wanting to make a permanent change to be a complete woman, meaning to remove his man and make it a woman.
Full out transvestite. He wants to go. He wants to be a full out
He wanna be
transgender.
transgender.
Yeah, transgender is the word.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and say the whole thing. Let's get it out.
transsexual.
So with that being said, he's not 18 yet, and so Dwayne was going to make sign the paperwork for him to be able to do that, but his mother is like, no, he's not at the age where he can make a decision. She doesn't feel like he's smart enough, I guess, to make the decision to want to change his gender like that.
How old is whatever? What's that?
I
How
think
old is the child now?
she
Zachariah.
that is not that what her new let me find out. Then somebody, honey, hold on. I don't want to be let me say hold on.
I'm dead.
Corey
gave the boy a biblical name. She said, Zachary, you might well sell Ezekiel.
her name is Zaya.
Mark, why she changed the boy name to Zachariah?
And he's 15.
Hey man.
I can't stand you,
My
man.
daughter just turned 16 Saturday.
Oh.
And my daughter still asks me questions. She needs all kinds of guidance. So I feel like that's a.
Are we doing this? Are we doing this based off the American, our traditional way? Are we doing this like on a global scale? Because in other countries, 16-year-old is an adult.
They grown.
in some-
Yeah.
So are we talking about the way we're?
We're talking American.
Okay.
Okay, because we
so that's-
confuse legality with law a lot. So I hear what Mark is going. I know where he's
Legality
going.
and
with
law the
this.
same thing. Ain't
Definitely.
legality and law the same thing?
No, it's not.
Man, what is the difference between
Law
legality
is
and law?
science. Legality is what they call law, quote unquote, that they made up to kind of
Who is they?
that's reverse psychology. Basically, it's just legality.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
I'm so
So in
confused.
other
I understand. Y'all ain't
ages, do
scientists.
the
Okay.
people say
like the laws of physics, right? The laws of physics.
There you
Law.
go.
Legal is subjective. It's illegal to smoke. It's legal to smoke in California. It's illegal to smoke in Georgia. It's subjective.
Y'all follow
Oh.
one now?
Nope.
I mean,
Nope. Do not.
is it,
I ain't touching
is
it.
it an age limit still on it? Help me understand that.
Listen,
I have
if you
no
go
clue.
to
I'm
certain
so confused.
countries, you have 13, 14-year-olds going to liquor stores, they're drinking with their family. It's no issue. There's no reverse psychology.
that
There's no
ain't the
kind of
Because
mind.
topic.
Age limit on
Y'all,
Non-custodial parent, does she have a say in this scenario? We ain't talking about legality
Yes.
versus law. And
Yes.
science. We talking
Yes.
about,
Well, we
So
got it
she-
on that part because we were saying it depends because of, in certain countries, 16,
Okay.
you're an adult. So that's how we got there.
Okay. It's the same as the age. What's that mean, Ebony? I missed that. Okay, let's see what Melinda said. Melinda said the mother should have a say so if she doesn't mind him doing it, but wants to make sure he truly understands that once it's changed, he can't go back. Why not agree with her? What if the mama's saying the opposite? I think the mama's saying the opposite, ain't she?
Yeah,
She has an issue because they're allowing him or it or I ain't into the pronouns, y'all.
that's what
I haven't
Melinda's saying,
evolved yet.
basically. Like she's saying that he should understand what happens after that. Like you can't go back. And she doesn't think he fully understands that, or she fully
Right.
understands that. The
Right.
child
Well,
fully
man,
understands
anyway.
that.
Right. There we go. The
The
child.
mother should have a say so if she doesn't mind him doing it, but wants to make sure he. So she should only have a say so once if that's what she agrees. That's what that ain't what I'm reading. The mother should have a
Yeah.
say so if she doesn't mind him doing it, but wants to make sure he truly understands that once it's changed, he can't go back. Ain't that what they're saying?
But it sounds like the mother just need to have a deep conversation with Shem. And once the mother and the Shem have the conversation,
Not do that.
but
Just heard you.
Because this is not a show where we're going to bad.
no,
Brown,
I'm
sit
reference
down.
insult
I wasn't trying to do that. I'm just saying that's the pronoun.
So it's that's not a pronoun.
Is
Mark.
it or them? It's them.
not an it or them. It's them
No,
or them.
Shem.
So you be better off saying him.
I'm back.
If that's the case,
I had to
It.
walk off one. Mark, I had to
That
walk off.
them.
One.
it is
No, we're not gonna get.
disrespectful.
We are not
So
gonna
he's
get
not
picketed.
fluid. I mean, the child. Let's just stick to that.
So Corey said Wade actually wanted to do it at 13.
That's what he said.
That is bizarre. I
And people feel
agree with the
like-
mother
I'm sorry.
because I think she's kind of trying to protect the child in a sense of right now you might think this is what you want to do,
Mhm.
but in the future you may have regrets. So I'm going to allow you to mature a little bit more. I want you to mature more and
Mhm.
make that decision as opposed to making it now just because your daddy is
That's the point.
Dwayne and your stepmama is Gabrielle Union.
That yes, because children go through phases.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You might want to be with a girl, and tomorrow you seen a man, and now tomorrow you ain't gay no more.
What's the guy who sung the little country song?
Lil Nas X.
Lil Nas X. He just had a baby. The old-fashioned way.
Baby, because he was doing a photo shoot where he was pregnant.
But no, he wouldn't have.
I don't think
He had
I think
it
that was
with a
lie.
girl where he had intercourse. He had to use his tool to do that. He said he used the tool.
Y'all better
So
let
that
me
doesn't
throw
mean
up
that
my
he's
mouth.
not gay,
No, what I'm saying is, if this man,
Oh, if he
Shem-
removes it,
if he removes, I don't know if say him, if they,
He can say
if,
him.
if they take that pole away, then it's over.
it compromises that, and they may have a change of heart later down the line. I agree with the
The
mother.
tomato, the branch.
You're right. So you need to give it time for maturity.
Dwayne is living vicariously through his child.
Wow.
I don't know what you're trying to say, but this is the thing about now.
You know what I'm trying to say?
But this is the thing
I'm
about
with
it.
you, Ashley. I really think so as well.
Because Wade is going hard with the skirts and stuff. Now, it's one thing to support your child and accept your child and what.
Listen, I think at the end of the day, we don't know what Dwayne is saying at home. He may walk into their room.
Well, Dwayne may have the mindset that, hey, I've got plenty of money, so if you want to do it now, that's fine. If you want to change it back, I have money for you to change it back as well. We don't know.
You can't change it
You
back.
can't change it.
Women are getting penises also. You guys do understand that,
So you're gonna
right?
cut it off, then put one back on.
Absolutely.
Is this
Oh
Money
my
talk.
freaking God! Why you picked it? Oh my God!
Well, I was trying.
Give me
I picked the topic because the
You wasn't really supposed to answer. That's a
non-custodial
rhetorical
parent-
question. That was, you
and
didn't have
the-
to answer that question.
right,
You
and the
didn't have
custodial
Marcus.
parent topic is a big thing. I didn't realize we was gonna go into.
Well, you can't help but go into. You can't help but go into
Poor
those
time we
situations.
gonna cut it off and put it on.
Cut it back on. Then she taught us law
That's
versus
some Lorena
legalism.
Bobbitt stuff.
Yeah. I'm
Put it in
glad.
the freezer for hard times.
So maybe they'll save this. So the boy started the
What boy?
Yeah.
The
man,
young
he used to be a boy.
Damon,
See,
what
James,
boy?
you right now. You being disrespectful, James.
Zaya is
Call him
is his name.
I'm not into all the pronouns and stuff. I'm like I
Hey,
said, I
that's
get
your
close with
name.
all that. You being disrespectful called him a shim.
He was.
That's what.
But I'm not gonna say her. I'm just not gonna say it. Now
Then-
Why not?
So the
I'm
thing
not.
is, I don't know if you guys
Maybe
ever
it's Zaya.
tapped into YouTube, guys. There's actually videos on YouTube with older transgenders or transsexuals or whatever, however you want to call it. They have regrets. They look like women because they took all the therapy and everything. These were males that transitioned into females, and it's really a oh my gosh, the stories are so hard to watch.
Yep.
Because they're old, they look like older women now because they transitioned, but they have so many regrets and it's so painful. And they talk about how they were in depression for so long and thought this is what they wanted, and then turns out that they changed their whole body, got everything cut off, and changed their hormones, and now they're 50, 60, 70 years old and they have so many regrets. So it's really something that really affects you mentally as well. I don't know if she's tapped into anything like that on YouTube, but that's something that maybe she should try to get in contact with those people. So Dwayne and his wife would understand the mental effect that it's going to have on them.
Ebony said, I personally feel if parents are discussing with the child, permit the child if it's understood. If the decision is made without the child's understanding, then the child can and will react to the decision. Melinda said, once he is of legal age, he can do what he wants, but as a minor, he should wait. Corey said he can't drink until he's 21. He can't smoke until he's 25, but he can't remove his pecker. But he can't remove his pecker at 17. Huh?
I think he meant to say can remove his pecker at 17.
Yeah,
Can't drink at 21.
he meant
can't
can
remove it.
probably
Yeah, he
typo.
can't.
Yeah.
The smoking done went up to 25.
Yeah, man.
I thought smoking was 18.
Yeah.
No, it's
Now,
21.
people do make a statement, because they say you can't drink until you're 21, but they say you can join the military at 18, but everything else is
If
after.
you're in the military, you can. I think you can smoke still, right? At 18, they have an exception for
18
military.
is smoking, period.
You can smoke 18. You can smoke at 18.
Yeah.
Oh no, depending on
it's
what state
21.
it is. It's 21 now.
Yeah, it's
That's
21.
coming up.
Ah, okay then.
Mhm.
It used to be 18.
Yeah, it went up a couple years ago.
Okay, which states can you buy cigarettes at 18? Hawaii, California, New Jersey, Oregon. Yes, yeah. Wow.
Well, now.
Ain't that something? You learn something. You learn something every
No,
day.
you can buy them at 15 in Arkansas.
What?
Yeah, Mark, y'all still make moonshine in
You know
Texas,
what?
and you left.
Wow,
Remember?
Every
You
state
left.
that you live in has more of these wonderful people that you want to
Mark
talk
them
about.
still.
So you need to come up off of Arkansas because there's some
I'm
hillbilly
just,
shit going on there.
I was just saying, I just read it on the internet at 15.
Sure,
I
Mark them keep tobacco in a piece of paper too, and snuff and all that stuff. They got all that going.
Probably
on.
over there with his
Fishing
little
at
piece of
4,
paper
hunting at
all
3.
doing
Y'all
in
attacking
line.
me. I'm just going off the internet. And y'all attacking me.
You ain't
Y'all
never
attacking
even Googled Arkansas.
Right.
You probably never even.
I
Googled
told
it.
you my grandparents they're from Hope, Arkansas.
And you
That's the
talking,
Waterman
they
capital.
from Hope?
Yeah, that's why they moved, because they had hope.
.com.
But watermelon, hey, that was a Hope. That's watermelon capital of the world. You can say what you want to, partner. Hope is
Mhm.
the spot when it comes to watermelon. Is the spot. So the Shem, as Mark called it, Zechariah, as Coy called him. Zechariah, 17 years old, want to go post-op or whatever it is,
He is
transgender.
15.
Oh, 15. I thought Corey just said the boy was 17.
Nicole,
Over quick. She's just trying to get over quick.
No, Corey said that. Corey Crusher
Oh,
said
that? Oh.
when he said 17, cut his pecker off. Remember? But
Oh, yeah.
so the mama got an issue with it, and is she? I mean, does she have bounds? I mean,
she does.
She does.
We asking, we putting it out there. We saying it rhetorically for the audience. Can I just do my recap without y'all? I feel like Michael, what's his name? Shannon Sharp, and y'all Skip Bayless right now. Let me finish my monologue. I'm joking. But yeah, but does she? I mean, because look, Dwayne is a man of astronomical means. Gabrielle Union is a woman of astronomical means that can cheat on her husband because she make more money than him. That's what she said last week or whatever.
Oh my God!
But that's a whole nother subject. But and Dwayne's ex-wife, I don't know how much money she makes, but I doubt if she makes as much as they make. So does she really have say so? I think she does. I think she should. But do you think a judge would hear? But at the end of the day, all that language comes down. That language is put in the divorce decree, though, or the child support agreement, or whatever you have, right? They tell you what rights you have.
The custody agreement, or the parenting plan,
Yeah.
or it's a various ways it can be put in there.
Otherwise stated, they still have the rights.
Right.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, in order for the thing is, he could have joint custody. They could have a joint custody, but he's the
Zechariah, man. Zechariah. That's what it is. Zechariah.
Yeah, Z. I'll make it better. Z can have primary residence with Dwayne, so it makes him, that's his primary residence. So we don't know if necessarily because non-custodial just means which one they're with, but it still can have joint custody.
I know in my parenting plan, she basically said, we got joint custody, but when it comes down to making major decisions, I want to be the one to make those decisions. And I agree, because number one, I trust her judgment because we were together for so long, and I saw how she handled my children. So I don't think she would make any crazy decisions. Anyway, whenever something goes down, she calls me anyway. Now I ain't gonna lie, if my son was transitioning probably like that, we probably would have had a conversation a whole lot sooner.
Right.
And I think we would have probably started trying to do something. I don't know, because I ain't gonna get into the basis of whether or not you're born this way or if it's a chemical inbound. That y'all can have that subject with somebody else.
Yeah, stay away from that, man. Stay away from that.
And all that kind of stuff. So I don't, that's between you, God, and your maker, and however else you finish up your life or whatever. I'm good. God bless you how to do it. But mama should have a right, according to some people. According to Ashley's page, some of them should. Some say she shouldn't have a right, whatever. So it is what it is. People gonna believe what they want to believe at the end of the day, regardless. Anyway, right?
No.
You don't think people gonna believe what they want to believe?
I'm telling you, that no matter what Z chose, if something is conditioning, regardless you want to be born to be a boy or a girl, you're conditioned to wear a dress. You're conditioned to wear a lipstick. That's a conditioning. Okay. You're saying somebody was playing dress up with him too soon? Man,
Who put conditioning on that child?
I said condition.
I'm finna mute Corey.
Man, I'm just saying. I don't care what
weave, everything, conditioner, shampoo, weave, everything else.
Oh my God!
Just because you're a boy attracted to a boy don't mean you wear a dress. Don't want to hear all that stuff. Get out of here.
You are exactly right.
Well, they wear dresses in other countries.
Oh, here we go.
They wear one kilt. Everybody go crazy.
Ooh, that pound cake look good over there.
Man, listen. This is our problem. Everybody trying to play politics I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm tired of this.
Clothes is clothes is clothes.
You said
It's
you
just
tired.
clothing. It's just cloth. If you want to wear a dress, by all means wear a dress. If you
See,
want to wear pants,
that's
by all
what the
means
problem
wear a
is.
If you
dress.
want to wear a dress, as long as ain't nobody putting a dress on you, that's
Yeah.
the issue. Yeah,
And
it's,
that's
if
what we feel like is
yeah,
people feel like
well,
it's
yeah,
happening is that he's
yeah.
being dressed.
See, I was a little kid, and I
Y'all
thought it was
was
cool.
Mark.
All right, listen,
Boy, I was thinking the same.
listen. I said when I was a little kid.
No, you
Boy,
didn't.
you sleepy, girl.
No, you didn't. You didn't say when. You said I
I
was.
was a little kid. I was a little boy, and my aunt caught me playing with my cousin with the little Barbie dolls. I didn't know what it was. She slapped it out of my hand and handed me some GI Joes.
That's how
And
you
you know
supposed to do it.
the little stiff. You remember the little WWF dudes that just stiff like that?
Yeah,
She bought me some of those just to play with. And at
absolutely,
that point, I realized this is what boys play with, and
absolutely.
that's what girls play with. Didn't know it, but see, at some point, because people with this free mind, oh, do what you want to do. No,
Free
as
thinking.
parents, we have to provide guidance.
I agree with that 100%,
I
Mark.
agree
Now
about
we
guidance. But somebody
let
can give that
kids
guidance,
make
but we ain't
adult
gonna go that
decisions.
far.
We're making now we're allowing kids to make adult decisions without life experience, and that's the problem.
Mm.
Come on, then.
Say that again, Mark.
Now you talking.
Say it again,
No,
Mark. Say
I
it again.
don't
I
He
say
missed
it.
it.
don't, he don't remember what he said.
I
But he
don't know what I
said we're
said.
allowing kids to make adult decisions without life experiences.
Okay, that's what I wanted to say. Good job. And that
That was
yeah,
good though.
Yes.
because young boys are super impressionable. I've said it before in here, but I hate it when they combined. I hate it when they combined the boys and girls club. I loved it when it was just the boys club because we were able to go up there and just be boys. We could fight, we could wrestle, we can play pool, we could swim, we do all those kind of things. But for the same reason that Mark just said, little boys are so impressionable that all of a sudden now here come the girls around. Now they're in there playing house and having teas and all that kind of stuff and taking the little dolls and yeah, all that those are issues. And I think we need to be exposed to what's naturally, I think, masculine or what's for boys. And then after you decide to make a choice and choose something else, then you kind of decide to make that choice later on. But if if Gabrielle was trying on her dress and Zariah was in there watching, then she said, "You want to try it on?" Then that's a problem because now you're starting to introduce something to a mind that's not fully developed yet. And then you start to introduce the choice, or you take away choices, should I say? You take away a choice. You know what I'm saying? If you got a multiple choice test with one answer on it, it ain't A, B, C, and D. Then that's groupthink, right? you kind of assuade that child's thought because guess what? Those sparkly things probably are prettier. You know what I'm saying? Or those that makeup might be, to an undeveloped mind, prettier. So I want to be pretty too, and all that kind of stuff. So I ain't never want to be pretty.
It's okay. Rick James wanted to be pretty. Prince wanted to be pretty. You know what I'm saying? They were pretty.
But Prince will break you down like a shotgun, wouldn't it, boy?
Man, we made a lot of excuses with Prince. Prince had a bob.
Yeah.
Man wore his booty cheeks out. You
He
can't
had
y'all
but he had Apollonia. He had Sheila E. He
Yeah.
had
Red
some
skirt.
bad women, Jay.
First bisexual. Okay, cool.
Yeah. At least he was bi. He wasn't trying to go full pledge. Whatever.
He wore his makeup and everything.
Yeah.
Prince
I
had total freedom.
Hey, y'all can't talk about Prince on this doggone show now. That's my Purple Rain is in this out. But y'all can talk about it if you want to. Yeah, hold on. Let's see. What did Ebony say? But that can lead to other things regarding decisions young people make that's out of the parents' control. That's another conversation. Oh yeah, definitely. Corey, did you do your entertainment piece? Because we got about 10 minutes. We ain't got much longer. Do you want to save it for next week?
Yes, I did do my entertainment piece. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Big Scar, the rapper that passed away.
No. Did you send me a video about it or something?
Yes, I did. Well, there's a issue now with his funeral. Now, y'all, They're saying that the funeral cost $60K. I've never heard of a funeral costing that much.
God.
But Gucci, this is one of Gucci Mane's artists, right?
Mhm.
Gucci Mane contributed $20,000 to the guy's funeral, and his sisters is online talking trash. She said
Maybe.
it with I'm trying to remember if it was FedEx or UPS boxes behind her. So
You want me
basically,
to play
she
it?
at work. Yeah, she at work, and she basically saying 20K ain't no money. But you working for UPS, ma'am. So how is 20K not any money? Ain't nothing
I'll
wrong
play.
with people that work for
Well,
UPS, but how
it ain't,
ungrateful is that?
hey, it ain't no money compared to the insurance policy the record label got on the boys. They got paid all off on them.
10K ain't. My brother was way more worth, baby. My brother worth more than 10.
Here it
I
is.
said, this 10K ain't did about obituaries and flowers, boo. This ain't here with no obituaries and flowers, boo. 10K ain't. My brother was way more worth, baby. My brother worth more than 10K. And like I said, Gucci ain't help with. Like I said, Gucci ain't help with. Gucci ain't help with. Gucci ain't help with. Gucci ain't help with. Time I don't give a fuck about no receipts, no funky 10,000. They want to know. My brother funeral was 60K and all 10K. It's still.
Oh wow.
I wonder how much she did.
Exactly. So this is the thing, though. Gucci and his wife paid the funeral home directly. So that's where the problem is. They didn't send the family the money. The family is mad. That's not a person's death is not a ticket for you to get rich. Like that's a problem.
I think it is.
That is a big
on.
problem. You can't get mad about not receiving money and just because the funeral home receives it. It was 20K. 20K is not something that she could have dropped just like that.
Her
Not with
brother,
those UPS boxes behind
they
her.
come with that funk ass 10K.
Listen,
For
first of all, let me educate y'all something in Atlantaism. Atlantaism, I'm just telling you, I was riding with a person the other day. This is about a month ago after somebody hit the lottery. They said, man, what's the lottery at? I said, man, it's at 40 million, started over. That's it? I'm gonna wait till it goes up. I said, man, you got that type of money where 40 million ain't enough? He was like, man, I gotta wait till you get big, man, 100 million. So people's perspective of money these days is warped. So by her saying 10K ain't nothing, it's giving you the understanding, financial comprehension that we're dealing with these days. And matter of fact, he didn't have to give him anything. Be honest.
Right.
And the thing about it is, like I said, the bigger topic is behind a lot of this stuff is, like I was telling you earlier, we need to check on what the insurance policy had, these record labels they put on these rappers, and when they die, how they collect on it. And nobody talks about that. Now, if they talking about that money, then Gucci, you just got about $1 million. So yeah, at that point, now it's a different conversation.
Well, who paid on the
And we talking
policy?
about the business level. Now that's another fact.
Period.
I'm just confused. Why does he have to help with the funeral at all? And what kind of funeral costs 60K? You can bury a person for what, $10,000 to $15,000?
Yeah,
Eight.
they probably got the horses and all that kind of stuff. Horses and all
The
that.
doves,
Yeah.
the vault. Well, I mean, you can get a vault and all of that for
Well, I mean, I'm being real. That's even more reflective of the financial irresponsibility that they're facing. Why are you putting on a 60K funeral?
Exactly.
And y'all have 60K yourselves. I'm putting a 60K funeral for somebody else to pay for it.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Know your
They couldn't have
Matter of
had
fact-
insurance on the guy because they're mad
Right.
at Gucci because he's not paying what they call enough. So at the end of the day, y'all contact James for y'all insurance. He sell it. Put your
Yeah,
insurance on your family.
most people have no clue. Average funeral costs $8,000 to $10,000. You can bury somebody for $8,000 to $10,000.
That's what I told you.
Now people are starting to do cremations, and you can do that for even cheaper. So and
My
that's
dad told me put him in a pine box. Don't even pay if you just got to do something. Put me in a pine box. Don't spend a whole lot of money.
and the thing is that we can get insurance for cheaper than the price we pay for a cell phone bill. You know what I'm saying? You know, $30, $40, especially while we're younger. You know, we can get insurance, but most of us, it's not a priority. And I really wish we would make it. And then the other thing is that most of us only think that insurance is good for end of life when people die, but we don't even realize we can create generational wealth with insurance. There's so many things. Annuities are insurance. There's so many different things.
Cash values, you know.
Corey, I got an insurance. I got an annuity right now that's doing almost 12%.
Wow.
If anybody knows what the rule of 72 is, what you going to say, Mark? I know you.
Hey, listen, I just want y'all to know, this drawing tonight, I might hit, and I'm gonna get some insurance from you.
And look, you can buy a $10 million annuity.
I got you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, I hit this thing tonight, James. You don't have to worry nothing about me.
Trust me, we're about to get off the show in a minute because I got to go to the gas station and buy some tickets. I haven't bought my tickets yet.
It's too late. It's 10 o'clock, man.
No. Hey, I'm Googling it right now, buddy. Hold on. I can show you, but I can tell you. Hold on.
You can do it. You know you can do it online now.
You can buy Mega Mean online?
Yeah.
Let me do that right now while we're online then. I thought you couldn't buy it.
But not to get off the subject, you know, what's more disturbing is our culture. They think it's okay to be ungrateful, unsavvy online and spread that. And I'm just here to say it, you know, I came from that lifestyle, the hood. And I'm saying, oh, you got 1045? Damn it. You're right. But no, I'm saying it's like we gotta I think at some point, man, we gotta start checking people at some point and standing up, you know, for a better culture, man. For real.
Man, the thing we got to keep doing is what we're doing, and we got to keep turning the light on and exposing situations and enlightening people, and I think we're doing that the best we can at the moment, and it's going to be more soon. So we just keep doing what we're doing. I think we're on the right path. I think we're on the. I like to always say we're on the path to better. So I think we're on the path. I think we're on the right path. So
you think so?
I do. I mean, I think there are more people that are learning through exposure. I mean, do you notice how many insurance videos are on TikTok right now? People are learning about index universal life insurances through TikToks. You know what I mean? TikTok's used for a bunch of different things, but man, it's really happening with our young folk, man. Our young folk are exposed to so much, especially monetarily, man. They're going to get the bag, man. I know young folk who will do Instacart, DoorDash, Uber Eats. You know, they got applications with all those things, and they'll go out and they'll go make them $250 a day. You know, so a lot of them trying to get that paper, man. And but you're right. We got a long way to go. We got a long way to go. We're gonna get there. Look,
did you see that interview with Waka Flocka?
Huh?
You see that interview with Waka Flocka?
Yeah, I posted it. I posted a lot of it.
Yeah.
That was a good interview. Waka came a long way, man. And he had some good wisdom on that. And what I like about Waka is Waka stay in his own lane. Waka ain't worried about what nobody else doing but Waka. And that's the problem I think a lot of us have. We try getting everybody else's business. And when we need to take 6 months to mind our own business and 6 months to leave other folks' business alone, unless we're practicing collective efficacy. But most of us don't even understand that concept. Listen, speed date event, January 21st, Little Rock, Arkansas. Listen, we still have a few slots available. We need a few more men. Listen, bro. Number one, we got some nice looking women. But number two, are you afraid to talk to women? Because this is finally an opportunity where we get to be in the same room and we can actually talk, and they want to talk.
Well, if you add a free pack of bubble gum and some
I'm giving, but that might work. But I'm giving them a drink, so I hope that worked. You know, but
that ain't it.
Jeez, maybe I should have made it a 40.
This is not a pop-up event where you just pop up and see how it's going. You have to register. You have to submit your application.
And a lot of
everybody are married, so they can't. They're gonna be there. So they're gonna be there. Just can't let everybody know. They're gonna show up.
Mark, I rebuke you in Jesus' holy.
They're gonna show up to do what?
Exactly.
with them band stains pulled off.
Hey, I've had a few people reach out and ask me could they pay, closer to the event. But listen, brothers, I need y'all to sign up, and those that have signed up and haven't paid yet, we're gonna send out some more emails this week, and let's go ahead and get this resolved so we can have a good event. I really want this. I really want this to be a good
Come
event.
on, black man, come through, black
All
man.
men,
James, what are they paying for?
all
The
you men
venue,
inbox.
the
About, y'all
come on,
want
go over there.
$25 you pay for the venue. You get a spot. You get a spot in the speed dating event where you get to see, you get to actually have up to 20 mini dates with someone of the opposite sex. We're also taking care of the first drink. We're taking care of the first drink, and then also you might be asked to participate in a VIP podcast that's going to take place at the end of the event, where we'll be able to talk about some of the experience. Y'all know my platform. Main thing we try to do is promote relationships. So we're going to talk about how was the communication, huh?
You're gonna talk about how long them lashes were.
Sir,
That's
where
what
is
we're
the
talking
red
about.
cup?
What red cup?
He need to drink it.
On Mark's side.
Oh, I thought Mark drunk out of those little.
Drinking water these days, y'all.
I thought Mark drunk out of those
You on that
glasses
eternal.
that feel your heat, that feel the heat in your hand. But
Hey,
no,
I gotta
real
lose
though,
65 pounds.
I don't. But let's thank God. But real talk, I need y'all to register. Go to my page, go to Assie's page, go to Melinda's page, go to Kiki's page. Go there and register. Y'all can go to the website, www.theintellectualstew.com. You can go to theintellectualstew.com. You can go there and register. But I need you to register this week. And if you have some friends that you want to recommend them. That's because, like I said, I need this to be a really good event. But we're gonna make it happen regardless. We're gonna make it happen. I promise you we are. I'm not nervous at all. But yeah, www.theintellectualstew.com. You can go there and register. But once you register and we send you the confirmation email, go ahead and send your money in, and we'll be ready to receive you. Like I said, it's gonna be hard to pay it on the day of the event because I need to be prepared for you.
We need to know that you ain't no psychopath. That's men and women.
Yeah.
And trust and believe. You can learn a lot about a person's photo and their social media.
I had somebody ask me why we were asking people to upload full body pics.
Did you answer them?
I want to know what you look like. Don't be coming over here headshotting people to death.
See, let me say, James, it probably was women that was asking that. But the thing about it is, y'all want to know why y'all got to upload y'all pictures. But then if y'all walk in a place and y'all see, somebody off of my 600-pound life in there, y'all gonna say, they ain't get no men in here that look like nothing. We want to know what everybody look like.
Yeah. What are you gonna say, Corey?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You forgot what you're gonna say?
Yes.
You were gonna say something about me saying something about them wanting to upload the picture, I thought, or asking why I had them upload a full body pic. You didn't. That wasn't it.
No, I don't see nothing wrong with that. Y'all, don't be insecure. It's somebody for everybody.
Well, the person that was uploading that picture now, they don't have nothing to be insecure about. It's some nice women coming for real though, nice women. So that's why I'm trying to have some good quality guys for these nice women, so we can have.
Had to upload too.
I'm not really looking at them.
Well, I know I want to speak for the women.
Okay, good.
But I'll speak for the women and the men because I don't like coochie. I like ding-a-ling. But there are some nice looking women as well.
Very nice.
Dang-a-lang, dang-a-lang. I heard
that.
I
love it.
What y'all doing?
Yeah. I ain't Zaya. I don't want to change my coochie to no ding-a-ling. Because I like ding-a-ling, okay?
You're not Zachariah.
No, not at all.
The shame guy.
I'm Ashley, Miss Granberry if you're nasty. But I don't like no.
Ashley. Hey, Ashley.
Say
Miss I'm letting you know I am not nasty. I'm letting you know I am not nasty. Hey, Ashley. Hey, Ashley. Hey, you got your S. You got your S. You got your S. Give me an H. Oh, my bad.
Cooking on.
Oh, God.
James, did you just pop? Did you pop at the end, James?
That wasn't me.
Thought I seen a little pop.
What pop you said? You saw a little what now? Let me see this
I
again.
thought you did a little pop like that. Like, hey, James.
My name is James. It ain't Zaya. I know. Ain't
Nah,
no
man.
If I'm popping something, if I'm popping something, you're gonna know what I'm popping, partner. I promise you that. But,
That's what I'm saying. It was the Luca question.
Mark, I got a question for you though.
Pop
Yeah.
it, pop it.
I'm gonna ask Mark a question.
About popping like Luke though. I ain't talking about like that.
No. So I got a question for you, Mark. Have you ever paid for sex?
Oh God. Yep. Every time we go on a date.
Mark,
I'm just asking. I said, Mark, answer. I wasn't talking to you.
Indirectly as a man, you always pay.
I asked Mark, have you paid? I didn't talk about. I didn't ask a general question. This is a one-on-one direct question. Have you specifically ever paid? Not for take him out to dinner, not go on a date, none of that. I'm talking about money, medium of exchange, money for sex. Have you? And if it's not you, do you know anybody who's ever done it?
I answer that for him.
I'm not talking to y'all. I'm gonna mute y'all.
Mark is a whole trick. What you talking about?
I thought I was gonna make it through the whole night without having to mute nobody because they won't answer. They won't let the man answer the question. Mark, do you know? I'm not asking for you. Is he froze or he acting like he froze?
He froze.
I got a point with this question in a minute. So look at him went off the camera.
Oh God, that's too funny.
Okay, we're not gonna talk. Okay, come back, Mark. I'm done. We ain't gonna ask you no more. We ain't gonna do it no more. We ain't gonna ask you no more. We're gonna use a hypothetical. We're gonna use that. So this is my point. So I know a lot of cats that pay for it, right? I mean, literally pay medium of exchange for that action, right? I'm at a point in my life, Coy, that if I pay you for it, you better not enjoy it.
They can't nut.
Wait a minute.
I want my money. If you nut, I want my money back.
I'm gonna tell y'all this. This is
Father.
I don't know if y'all ever
Mark
heard
said that's a good point. Mark said that's a good point.
Damn.
But y'all, I will be in Atlanta the end of the month.
You finna go.
I received a text from somebody from let's just say my ex.
Okay.
And I don't know if y'all ever heard of. Have y'all heard of a person called Moneybag Yo?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a song called Quick.
Yeah.
Have y'all heard that song?
Quick what?
Yes. Yes.
Quickie.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Quickie. He sent that link to me and said you was on my mind. So y'all, I'll be in Atlanta the end of the month.
Why he wanted to? Why would that song come in mind? No,
you have to listen to the lyrics. That song will have you hollering. Listen to the lyrics. Wow. When we get off of here, just listen to the lyrics of Quickie, Moneybag Yo, and I hollered.
Wow, y'all funny. But I said what I said. If I pay for it, never mind. I'm done. I'm done. But I just wanted to get that out there. I wanted to post it, but I know I can't post nothing like that because people
said if you pay for it, she better not enjoy it.
You better not enjoy it. If you enjoy it, I want my money back because, hey, this is all about me at this particular point. If I'm paying you for it, I'm sorry. This is just point blank. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm joking, y'all. I'm being real. Y'all, I'm really being facetious right now. Ask how can you what?
I was just trying. I was just thinking about me. And I would probably be giving somebody their money back because it's certain things that happen.
At least a percentage of it. I'm gonna need at least 60-70% of it. I mean, at least half. You know what I mean? 50%. If you went half on this and we went half on that, I'm going.
We went half on the baby. What you mean?
I ain't no babies happening here, baby. Just clean and jerk. I ain't doing no baby. Ain't no babies coming up in here. I'm done with that. If you snort one more time on my shoulder, if you snort one more time on my shoulder,
what is that about?
Oh, that snorting and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're rambling. To be honest with you, Ebony, thank you for joining us tonight. Oh, Ashley, do my stars conversation.
Oh, guys, at the bottom of your screen, you will see a little start in icon. Sorry. If you'll simply click on that. Normally the first 99 of those are free. You don't have to spend a dime. But if you want to be real generous to us, I think you can go all the way up to about 500 stars as many times as you would like to. We having a star party if you want to donate to this platform because y'all love it so much. Tonight, Monday and night on a Tuesday night, but normally every Monday night we are here at 8 o'clock. And in order for us to keep going and giving what God wants James to give, we need your support. And that is one of the smallest ways to do so, by clicking that star and donating. We thank you in advance.
Good job, Ashley. Good. So y'all please support the platform with stars. I also gave other ways to give: Cash App, Zelle, PayPal. All those ways are available. If you've not registered, don't wait. Do it now. Some of y'all that are on here now, I see that you've already registered. Thank you. Look forward to seeing you on next week. But we are out. Mark, thank you, my friend. Coy, better late than never. I appreciate you. I know you got a lot going on. Thank you for taking our time. Coy is one of my biggest supporters.
All right,
I
y'all.
can joke
Good
with-
night.
I can joke with her and she won't get offended.
Y'all got my signal been acting up tonight, but I sent y'all the
It's all
link.
good. I got it. Ashley, thank you, sweetheart. You gave us a good conversation about Zechariah tonight. Hey, but we out, y'all. The world is changing. Why do you remain the same? All that ride, root, holla. Bye. Talk to y'all later. Good night.
Oh, God.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.